Hello friends, I am Kishor Kumar speaking. Today we are going to learn overview of Python 3. This tutorial is for beginners only. We shall see what is Python. Uh, Here you can see this. This is the logo of Python programming language. You can download it from. You can see in the Python.org website also. Python is a programming language that lets you work quickly and integrate systems more effectively. This quotation is obtained from the python.org website. That is the uh, those quotation also. It is a programming language. You can quickly integrate with systems more effectively. Python is an easy to learn programming language. So beginners also easily without background of programming language, people also easily learn this Python language. So and it is a high level language also, and it has a high level data structures so that you can easily uh, write the data structures very efficiently. It uses Python object. Python is a object-oriented programming language. It uses that object-oriented styles. It has an excellent syntax and dynamic typing programming language. It has the interpreted nature. Actually, Python program is a interpreted language. Here, no need to compile the source code. That is your programming. It is ideal language for scripting and rapid application development on most platforms. You can develop this programming language. Firstly, before going to learn the Python, we have to know the history of Python. Okay, why Python was created at that time in 1980s. In the late 1980s, actually Guido van Rossum is the creator and developer of this Python program. He was at that time he was working on Amoeba distributed operating system group. He wanted to use an interpreted language like ABC. ABC has a simple, easy to understand syntax that would access the Amoeba system calls. So he decided to create a language that was extensible. This led to design of a new language. Its name Python. Why the name Python has given? At the time, Van Rossum thought he needed a name that was a short, unique, and slightly mysterious. Actually, he is a big fan of Monty Python's Flying Circus comedy series from late 70s. So let's see that programming, that serial. This is the Monty Python's Flying Circus. This is this comedy program he used to see at that time in the 1970s and 80s. So he decided to call the language Python. The Python was adapted from the same series. You can see here also Monty Python's Flying Circus. This Python name was adapted from this comedy show. Python actually it is a derived language from many languages including ABC, Modula 3, C, C++, Algol, 68, Smalltalk, and Unix Shell and other scripting languages. Python is a copyrighted language like Perl. It is a freely available source code, open source, under the GNU General Public License. Python is now maintained by a core development in the Python group. Python versions you can see here Python 1.0. It is a first standard release. It released in January 1994. 1.6 is a last minor version in the Python 1 September 5 2000. Python 2 introduced list comprehensions October 16 2000. Python 2.7 last minor version July 3 2010. Python 3.0 released in December 3rd, 2008. Python 3.5 last updated version September 13, 2015. Let's see the applications of Python. The Python was used in the web and internet development extensively using as a backend tool at server side. Uh, by the mainframes Django, Pyramid, Flask, and etc. etc. Using these mainframes, uh, uh, by by this program, the web development used in Mozilla, Firefox, Reddit, Instagram, and etc. etc. There is a Python. Python is a uh, as a huge it has a huge standard libraries. Those libraries are using in scientific and numeric computing in sci-fi, ipython, numpy, astropython, pandas, etc. etc. Desktop GUI is also Python using with the WX widgets, KV, PyQt. In software development, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data mining, and deep learning, Python is extensively using, and moreover, it is using in business applications also. Let's see the features in Python. Actually, it is a easy to learn programming. It is a very it is a easy learnable language. It has few keywords only, simple structures, and clearly defined syntax, elegant syntax. So it allows everybody can easily learn this language. It has a broad standard library. You can use that library for your programming and cross platform compatible on Unix, Windows, and Macintosh. And it has a it can be uh, used in Unix or Linux, Windows, and Macintosh systems. It is a free and open source programming. The Python interpreter and the extensive standard library are freely available in source or binary form for all major platforms from the Python website. Here you can see that www.python.org. From this website, you can download the Python interpreter and libraries. It is a Python is a high-level interpreted language. So during program development, it saves your time, considerable time, because its interpreted nature. You need not to compile the source code. Moreover, you can interact with the Python interpreter for your and for the experimenting of your programming scripting language. You can test your functions and debugging through the interactive mode. That is the interactive mode, which allows interactive testing and debugging of snippets of code. Snippets of code. Let's see what is interpreter. Actually, this tutorial is for beginners. So first of all, we have to understand the interpreter. What is interpreter? Here you can see the block diagram of the interpreter. Interpreter means a computer running an interpreter. In your computer, the interpreter Python interpreter is installed. You have to install. Then you can give your source code, that is program, and you can give the program inputs, so you can get the outputs. Let's see what is the interpreter meaning and definition here. What is the interpreter? An interpreter is a program that reads and executes code. This includes the source code, pre-compiled code, and scripts. Uh, you can Common interpreters such include Perl, Python, and Ruby interpreters, which execute your source code. Interpreters and compilers are similar. Actually, interpreters and compilers are both are similar nature, um, but they both recognize and process source code. A compiler does not does not execute the code like and interpreter does. Instead, a compiler simply converts the source code into machine code, which can be run directly by the operating system as an executable program. Here, the compiler does not execute the code like interpreters does, but it actually the compiler taking the input as input as source file, it converts into the machine code. When it converts to machine code, the operating system of your computer executing that programming, this is done in the compiler. But in interpreter, in interpreter actually it interprets your programming language directly into the programming language. Interpreters bypass the compilation process. Actually, here the Python interpreter does not compile the process and it executes the code directly. Since interpreters read and execute code in a single step, they are useful for running scripts and other small programs. Um, Therefore, interpreters are commonly installed on web servers. Actually, these are installing in web servers, which allows developers to execute scripts within their web pages. These scripts can be easily edited and saved without the need to recompile the code. While interpreters offer several advantages for running small programs, interpreted language also have some limitations. What is that? The notable fact is the interpreted code requires an interpreter to run that interpreted code. Therefore, without an interpreter, the source code serves as a plain text file. If there is no interpreter, your source code look like a plain text file. Programs written for an interpreter may not be able to use built-in system functions or access hardware resources like compiled programs can. Therefore, most software applications are compiled rather than interpreted. Let's see the integrated development environment, IDE. IDE is a piece of software that provides code writing while you writing the code, it will give hints, syntax highlighting and checking, auto indenting also. It is the most important, the auto indenting, file explorers, and access to the interactive interpreter while coding to the programmer for application development. It is very important. You need an IDE to write the source code. Using an IDE can get rid of redundant tasks. You need not to do the repeated the same task, and significantly it decreases the application development time also. Here IDLE, it is a graphical user interface. It is installed along with your Python in Python programming. It is a cross-platform IDE for Python that is written in Python using the TK Inter program. Python Win is a Windows specific IDE. These are the different IDEs. IDLE is a Python based programming software, and Python Win is a Windows specific IDE. All of these programming environments provide syntax highlighting, auto indenting, and access to the interactive interpreter while coding. Let's see the first program. Hello all. Okay friends, let's start the programming. uh, Type the following code in a text editor or an IDE and save it as a hello.py. Here this is the program. This is hello world printing to the output program. Let's see how to print this string. Let's open the IDLE. First, we will go to the start button and click IDLE Python 3.6. It's IDLE Python shell and interpreter. IDLE is a IDE, actually development program. Here, this is the uh, Python 3.63. It's a version. Here these three in greater than symbols indicate that you are in the interactive mode with the Python interpreter. Let's start one script mode file. Go to file, uh, click new file. It comes here. Okay, let's see. Start. First, we have to write. We have to save the file. Where I would like to save it in desktop. Sorry, desktop. Okay, like HELL, hello. This is the Python file start.py extensions. Save. Let's write the program first. If you are using Linux operating system, you have to write uh, line usr bin python 3. This line is you have to type at the beginning if your operating system is a Linux system, Linux based system, but in Windows it is not required actually. What we want to see at the output, we will print the print is a print is a output command. Whatever you types here, it prints at the output, and see how it comes. These strings, this is a starting and this is starting and ending strings we have to write here. Why? Because you are typing the string. So in Python, you have to use this single quotation or double quotation, whatever it may be. You can use. First one is hello world. Okay, let's save this file. Save. Okay, now you can now the source code is written in the file. Its name is hello.py file name. You can directly run from here also. Here, that is the run module F5. You can type. You can click F5 key also. You can click here also. So here you can see here hello world. What you have typed here hello world. The output is showing here hello world by the print function. It is a function actually. So this is the very simple. You can write your name also here. Here I am typing my name, Kishor Kumar Vajja. Okay, and now save this one. Now run the module. See here hello world Kishor Kumar Vajja. First one is the hello world, second one is the Kishor Kumar Vajja. Similarly, you can type your name and something else, anything you can type here, and the output will come uh, in the Python shell, is the interpreter. Okay. Now we typed this small piece of code. In this program, we have used built-in function print. So this is a built-in function. We will learn in the built-in functions class what is the built-in functions. Built-in functions are nothing but they are coming with you can directly access this function in your program. No need to call the module to print out it is used for the printing a string to the screen. String is the value inside the quotation. That is, this is the string. Hello world is a string. Now printing, you can type as already told. You can type your name also here. It gives the output your name. Congratulations, friend. You just wrote your first program in Python. So this is very simple. As we can see that it's a pretty easy. This is beauty of Python programming language, friends. So in the next classes, we are going to see the programming in detail. Okay. Thank you, friends, watching this tutorial. In next tutorial, we are going to see the basic syntax in Python 3. If you like these tutorials, please subscribe this channel. Thank you for watching, friends. Please see this tutorial lesson available in PDF file. Link is given in the description by Kishor Kumar Vajja.